Alright guys, so I'm going to go over the answers to the Math 2 probability quiz and see if I can fill in any holes. I know you're really tired, you're at the end of the semester, you are probably done with hearing my voice, but if you need some extra help, I'm going to go over all these really quickly. Okay, so here are the answers, and it's color-coded, so I'm going to do number 1 first. Probability of drawing a jack or a red card from a standard deck of playing cards. Okay, so there are 4 jacks out of 52. There are also 26 red cards out of 52, but then you have to take away jacks that are red. So there are 2 of them. So these are the fractions I'm adding and subtracting, and that is how you get 7 out of 13. Alright, so I'm going to do number 2. Okay. Alright, so a bag contains 40 slips of paper, number 1 through 40. If one is randomly chosen, what is the probability of not choosing a multiple of 3? So the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. And I'm going to count all of those, and I get 13 are multiples. So 40 minus 13, 27 out of 40 are not multiples. That's how you get number 2. Alright, number 3, a coin is tossed 2 times, then a month of the year is randomly selected. What is the probability of getting tails each time? So 1/2 and 1/2. And a month that starts with the letter J. So you have to know that January, June, and July are the months that start with J. So 3 out of 12. And all of these are being multiplied because those are different events taking place. And then when you multiply them, you get 1 out of 16. Alright. And then F, a bookshelf contains 9 mysteries, 7 biographies, and 4 science fiction books. A book is randomly selected, not replaced, then another is selected. Find the probability of selecting a biography. So there are 7 out of 20. Those are your biographies. It's not replaced, so now there's only going to be 19 books, and then a mystery. So there are, 9 mysteries. So I'm going to multiply these together, and I get 63 over 380. Okay, so now let's do number 5. A shape is randomly selected from the following quadrilaterals. They got parallelograms, a rhombus, rectangle, square, and trapezoid. Let me get a red pen. What is the probability that it has 4 right angles given that it has 4 congruent sides? So out of all of these, the ones that have congruent sides, parallelograms do not, a rhombus does, a rectangle does not, a square does not, a trapezoid does not. So there's only 2 out of that whole list that have congruent sides, and out of a rhombus and a square, only 1 of them have right angles. So that's how you get 1/2. Alright, and then I'm going to get purple. Of the 100 students enrolled at a dance studio, 50 take ballet, 24 take tap dancing. 8 of the students who take ballet also take tap dancing. If a student at the studio is chosen at random, find the probability that they take ballet if it is known that they do not take tap. Alright, so I made this little diagram. 8 people take ballet and tap. So 42 just take ballet, 16 just take tap. Remember, there are 100 students. So if I know they do not take tap dancing, 24 people take tap dancing. 100 minus 24 gives me 76 people do not take tap dancing. Out of those 76, 42 take it. And if I reduce that, I get 21 over 38. So that one's pretty difficult. Alright, so let's look at this one, number 2. Okay, so here are your answers. It's color-coded for you. Now I'm going to go over each one. Number 1, a 6-sided number cube is rolled, and a card is drawn from a standard deck. Find the total number of outcomes. So when you're talking about a cube rolling, there's 6 possibilities, and then a standard deck of cards has 52. Those are 2 events, that's why they're being multiplied. And when I multiply those together, I get 312, just like I should. Alright. So let's do number 2. A science quiz has 8 multiple choice. with 5 choices for each. Find the total number of ways to answer. Okay, so I wrote out the 8 different problems. So for problem 1, you can respond 5 different ways. Problem 2, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. If you do 5 times 5 times 5 and you do it 8 times, you get 3, well, okay, you get this big number. Okay, so that's how you get that one. Alright, number 3. A golf club can send a team of 4 students to the next golf tournament. If there are 15 people in the club, how many ways can you choose 4? Okay. Alright, so this is a combination because order doesn't matter. You're not picking a first place, a second place. You're just picking 4 random people. So if you do 15, choose 4, you get 1,365. Alright, so number 4, there are 18 skaters in a competition. How many ways can they win the gold, silver, bronze medal? So these are permutations because the order does matter. Number 1 is going to get gold. Number 2 is going to get silver. So there are 18. It's a permutation, and we're going to choose gold, silver, and bronze, so 3. So that's how you get 4,896. Alright, and then number 5, what is the total number of different 10-letter arrangements that can be formed using the letters in the word suspicious? So this is that one I really hate, which is why I made it a matching so that you should have been able to get 1 through 4, and then if you weren't sure on number 5, you could pick the remaining answer. But I'm going to show you how to do it. I just hate these problems, and I hate explaining them because they make sense in my head, and I'm not really sure how to get you to understand them. But I'll try my best. Okay, so see how, I was miscounting. The letter S appears 3 times, the letter U appears twice, the letter I appears twice. So here's what we do. There's 10 letters, so 10 factorial. But then on the bottom, we're going to put what's repeated. So S was repeated 3 times, U was repeated twice, and I was repeated twice. And so when I put that in, that's how I get that big, huge number. Okay, sorry. Alright, so a coin is tossed 12 times. What is the probability of getting heads exactly 12 times? Oh, exactly 7 times. This is that horrible long formula problem where you use the N's and the Q's and the R's, and it's just awful. It looks like this. You can go back and watch those videos if you want to. And then this becomes 19.34%. So that's just that long formula. You had to know it. Go back and look at it if you don't remember it. Okay, so let's look at this one. This one, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to fill out the second table. Alright, so it's really hard to read my writing, but find the probability that they were AFC or NFC and 1, and then write your answer. So the probability that they were AFC is 0.5, or they could have won. Okay, I just realized that you could interpret this 2 different ways. So the way I interpret it is AFC or NFC and 1, and then you would add those together. Some people, I'm going to make this one 0 points, so you can skip this one, because I think it can be interpreted 2 different ways, and it's a little too ambiguous. Alright, so let's look at this one, and we're just going to use the table that I did on the first page. So if I know that they won, that's 0.5 of all people. Out of the people who won and were NFC, that's 0.1875. So this one is 37.5. So I'm going to keep that one because that one, it can't be interpreted 2 different ways. Alright, if I'm given that it was AFC, there were 0.5, there were AFC. Out of the AFC people who lost, you get 0.1875. So it's actually that exact same answer you just got. Alright, so I'm going to give you points back if you missed this first one, because I think you can interpret it 2 different ways. So that's not really a fair question. And then all of them else should be good. Alright, thanks, bye.